Hey guys, Toaster here. Another ace tanker, this time in the T-34 3, and we watched a few of these ace tankers, so I'm going to talk a little bit and be a little slower and more methodical about this one to explain what I'm doing and why. Basically, I go to this position and we miss a shot, but just barely. Sniping, and this thing is funny. But we go to this position because a lot of times people do things like this EBR, and we're able to punish him because he is behind bushes and his camo is, or his view range is not very good. But it also affords shots to you on things like, we take a blind shot here on things in the middle as well. And if people push up here, often you'll get shots. So here, I see this Chiri, and I know it's mean, but the Chiri's got horrible armor, a huge side profile, and we want to take a shot on him. So as he crosses, it looks like he is committed to the cross, so we're going to go ahead and aim as far as we dare, and we're able to pick up a shot on him there. So now, at this point, we've got... I see that our Patriot is pushed up, but he's not committed. And to me, you can see on the other side of the map, let's pause it here, they've got their KV-5, a UDES, a T-20, SU-152, a T-29. That EBR has pulled back. So there can't be a huge amount here. And this thing, staying hold down in this thing, makes it so that it's really hard for guys to penetrate you. So my opposite number is here, and that's okay. I'm going to ignore him and shoot the Chiri. And I know that's mean, but it is what it is. Now right here, if I don't pull up this hill, that T-34-3 is going to have shots on my side hole as he gets up there. And he's almost got a shot now, because remember, he's got poor gun depression just like I do. So if he gets all the way up on that upper shelf, he will not have a shot, but he is likely to have a shot on my hull if I don't pull forward here. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to pull forward. This serves two purposes. One, it gets me out of the line of fire of that T-34-3, and two, it gets me a hope shot on the Type 61. Now, the Type 61's positioning is awful. He is a soft tank, and to go up on that hillside is just ridiculous. So just that bit of information tells me he's not a very good player. Not to mention, okay, I'm going to commit to shoot this T-34, and the reason that I can do that, one is these guys are up on the other side of the hill. Sure, I've got the 58 Mutts is kind of backing off, but he's up on the hill, which tells me he's probably not the greatest player. And I've got a Comet able to aim this way. I've got a AT-7 also able to aim this way. So if he comes up and over, he's going to eat huge damage to shoot at me. So therefore, that's why I commit to this shot. And I make the shot, and then I just immediately back off, right? So their AT-7 just shot me, but I'm probably hull down to his position. That's why he bounced. And this T-34-3 smartly does not come after me. So now I've also got support in this Patriot. Now, I backed up the hill, but that was going to give this Panzer 58 Mutts shots. So I just simply drive down and drive forward away from him so that our Patriot can get a free shot, and that's exactly what happens here. And we're able to get out of the way. So our defender is taking some serious damage, but I know that at this point that T-34-3 has no gun depression, so we take a chance, we push out, and we're able to hit him. Now, here, I take a shot on the IS-2, and I'm looking to see where that AT-7 is, and like a ding-dong, I pull out before I'm loaded. I still make mistakes, but I did trade 2 for 1 with that IS-2. So we're up to 2,300 damage right now. And I assume that the Mutts and the Type 61 are either driving away from me, or because the Comet has not spotted them, they might be, they might still be in this little area. But in fact, they did both drive away, and you can see that on the mini map now that he's spotted by the Comet. So they've given up this side of the map, but that does not mean I want to push in and shoot at the AT-7. There's really no reason. That guy is stuck there for the rest of the game. He cannot move. So we're going to go ahead and get shots of opportunity here on these guys on the other side of the map. And you'll notice, okay, here's another point. See where this M46 Patton is? He dies, and he complains about dying, but he's in really kind of a bad position because when one side loses, they either come back around through their base, or they're going to come through the middle if they haven't lost decisively. And that's exactly what happens. They come through the middle, and there's no amount of protection I can provide from this KV-5, from the Type 61. All these guys can YOLO him easily, whereas I'm in a position that I'm not YOLOable. I've got a Comet for support. I've got this FV. I don't know what he's doing sitting back there, but anyway, he is. This Patriot, and I think the AT-7 is coming this way, so I've got a fair amount of support. If they want to come and kill me, sure, they might be able to kill me, but they're going to have a hard time. So we're loading our heat round for this guy, and I think we hit him in the tracks or something. If I had it to do over again, I would have shot him with an HE round, but we're just making sure that the AT-7 doesn't have shots on us. But he's got problems, Panther problems, and our defender is kind of hanging out in the back. I don't know why. So this shot is just pure luck. I mean, to hit that shot on that cupola at that range in this thing is just lucky. It happens. But you don't hit any of the shots you don't take. And now we notice that they've got a UDES, and I have side shots on them. Definitely don't need heat. But I'm keeping heat loaded because that Type 61, although he doesn't have good armor for a Tier 9, I have 175 pen, and I want to pen my shots on him. So we're able to pen a shot on him for 427, and we're getting a little bit of spotting damage as well here and there, and suddenly this game is 8-3. These tanks have pushed themselves into a crossfire. And from here on out, we miss a couple of shots on this guy, but it's okay. He can't see me, so these are absolutely free shots, right? So he dies, and we're going to push up a little bit. And fortunately, their SU-152 gets lit before I do. And see, I light him right there. And he is faced away from us. So we're going to take a snapshot because we have it. And it's all over but the crying now. So that's kind of the game. I will show you one more thing as we're dealing with this T-20 and shot selection. The T-20 has got really no armor to speak of, but the T-29 is anchoring this position. And so I choose to ignore the T-29 because it's 11-4. And I'm zooming out now looking to see where the UDES is, because he is my primary concern right now. 2 shots from him, I'm dead. So we're looking over to see where he's at. And now that he's dead, I get in this undulation. And what I had planned on doing is sitting in that undulation and backing my rear end up so that I had gun depression to shoot the turret of that T-20. However, In the meantime, everybody died. So I don't care. I just want damage. We go ahead and get one more shot on him. And that's basically the game. Someone else kills Artie. But in that period of time, we've put out 4,800 damage. And that's part of the reason I love this tank. It's got usable armor. It's got a derpy gun. But if you are flanking like you really ought to be doing in a medium, and you're playing hull down as much as possible, and you're side scraping, it can be a beast. It is very good at what it does if you know how to use it. But you need to learn how to manufacture gun depression and read your map, because if you're not reading your map and you're not looking out for opportunities, this tank can be very, very hard to play and very punishing, because the hull armor is poor on it. And if you're trying to manufacture gun depression and you overexpose this tank, you definitely will have a bad time. And it takes module damage quite a bit. If they can track you in the front drive wheel and also take out your ammo rack at the same time or damage it, it does catch on fire fairly easily. It's a fragile tank if you're not playing it to its strengths. And Miravanka has some nice slow sloping areas where you can really take advantage of this tank, especially if people don't know what they're doing against you. And they will shoot your turret over and over again, and you'll just have a smile on your face as you are derping them for 390 every 10 seconds. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at the after action report on this one. Okay, here we are at the after action report. Of course, this is an ace tanker. We got 2 bonds, 141,000 credits, a Confederate, and a high caliber. We got 1,409 base XP, which is really, that's close to the highest I've gotten in this thing. Looks like, is this sorted by our Patriot did pretty well, and that AT7, good on him, 1,600 damage, and he was probably doing damage on those guys that kept poking up over that hill, so good for him. So we fired 21, hit 17, penned 14, including that shot on the enemy enemy AT7 at long range, pixel shot. We only blocked 390 by armor. That tells us we were flanking well. We hit 11 of the 15 enemy vehicles and killed 3. And we got a little bit of assistance for a total of, what's that, 5,500, 5,600 combined. I had a premium account and from a mission that I did, basically, and so we ended up netting 74,000 credits, even heat spamming. And we ended up with 2,300 XP out of the game. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to see more of this type of commentary, I'd be happy to do that. I don't know what you guys are after, but that was my thought process on that game. And please do subscribe if you'd like to see more tanks. And I really do enjoy your feedback. I do this as a learning experience for other players. And also, if you have comments for me on things you think I could have done better, please, by all means, let me know. I'm always trying to improve. We'll catch you next time.